friends who have traveled with me through my wonderful experience in life. Hello. But Jimmy, I'll never forget. You know this old song? When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. Yeah. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there. Yes and no. So, this is my third time doing this video today. So, y'all get to see the background. I'm at an Airbnb. So, I'm at an Airbnb. I did this video twice outside. I got interrupted, and then the Wi-Fi went off, and so then the signal got lost, and then well, you know. So I'm here. I'm gonna try to persevere anyway. This will be real quick. Just updating you guys. I'm in Atlanta. I've been working 2 jobs, adjuncting and subbing with special needs kids. So I knew I needed to go home to clean out my storage because I haven't found a place I wanted to move to. So I haven't found a place I wanted to move things to, and it's too expensive to ship to Jamaica. So I'm going to just make peace with it, and whomever needs it will need it. Fresh start all around, right? I want new furniture, new memories. So that'll be the last piece of like my home that I sold, that I lived in for 7 years, and I worked so hard and I got it perfect, and then I was done with it. But I just wanted something different and something more. And I had to get that up to get it. And so we just hope and pray that, everything continues in the blessed direction that it is in. I pulled 2 cards today. One card was I'm sorry. It was saying defenselessness, so don't be defensive. Rectifying past wrongs and uprooting. And I felt like, yeah, I uprooted myself and my family to try to be planted somewhere else, and we'll get there. Everything is a part of the journey. I'm trying to learn how to enjoy where I'm at right now, not think about this time and think about that time, and it's work and it's practice. Wow. My kids, I love them so much. I try not to like let my emotions affect me so they don't see it, and because it brings them down. And my key broke in my truck. So in a panic, I called my neighbors. They have a spare key. My mom went and got it. She sent it. I gave them the Airbnb address, but then the Airbnb host was like, no, you're not allowed to have anything delivered. So I had been camped outside all day trying to like intercept them. So that way I'm like, just go down the street and I'll get it. So she can't say that it came here, right? Because I don't want, to get a bad review. It'd be like that. But I had to get towed home. And so I'm like, well, how was I supposed to get the key? So I've basically been waiting on that all day. And I've handled a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, but my energy is just like waning. But it'll be here. They say first they said before noon, which we know that'll never happen, right? You be hoping and wishing. And then it said before end of the day. So what can I do? I went outside because I felt like I could cry. I just feel tired and frustrated, I planned on going to work all this week, and I was going to leave for the weekend to go home and handle my business. Haven't been to work all week. It's just a lot. And I overspent because I was like, let me get an Airbnb to the rest of the week so we can make sure we have somewhere to lay our heads. And I put gas in my car, went to the grocery store, and then my resources had depleted. So had I had extra money, I would have took a Lyft to work, right? And I would, and if I was I would have had the key delivered to my job, but I didn't have the options. I looked at the buses, but it's dark here and I'm not from here, and I would have to walk a ways just to get on the bus. So I just was like, oh, well, I just have to eat it. And I use my time wisely. So I packed up and I'm ready to go. My ultimate goal is just obviously to return back to Jamaica because it's more affordable for me because I live like a real regular Jamaican, not like a vacation style. And just a peace of mind and just to continue my healing and have time to reflect on, like, I done came out in the battlefield in America, been in Maryland, been in Atlanta, slept in my car, been moving from place to place to place, mastered my energy. Um, when I decided to make this video, I didn't know what to title it, but I knew that I was going home and I was thinking about, like, what does that mean? What does home stand for? Where is home? And I happened to look up, and the thumbnail that you click on that you see, that was a picture on the wall. Home is where the heart is. So my heart is with me, with my children. And so we've been fine because I used to be a person that need like structure and stability. And so those things are slowly waning so I can be in a more free flowing energy and get what I need to get. When I need control, control is fake. But when I need it, then it messes up other things. So my kids, so I try not to let them feel my energy. So I went to my car. I had been outside all day, and the Airbnb host must have been watching me on the cameras. And she's like, "You don't have to stand out there all day." I'm like, "Well, you told me they couldn't come here, so I'm just trying to intercept it." But really, she don't want me sitting for her house all day, and I get that. But what, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't win or lose with people. Don't do this, but don't do that. So I came on inside, and I came on inside, and um and then I dealt with them with my boys. I'm like, have lunch, get ready to get on homeschool. And I just went back up in my car, and I shed probably like one or two little frustrating tears, and then I just try to think about it in a good way, a better way. And then my boys, my son came out, right? So one of them, he always gonna check on me, and he probably wanted to see like what was wrong, or you know what I mean, but he was discreet with it. So I'm glad I had kind of chilled out. Then my other son came out. Then we went for a walk because I didn't want her to say we was in front of the house. So then they went in the car. So now they're in the car, and I came in here, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try one more time to go live and do this video. So let me see if I have my Oracle cards. All right, yes, I have my Oracle cards here. Right. The first card is You Got the Love, Hadrian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay. So take it as it resonates. I'll read so we can get a better view. You got the love. So I've been trying to get the love for me, and home is where the heart is, right? Hadrians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaries, interdependence, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. That's true. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others. Remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways that you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you are codependent in relationships in which you may be losing your sense of self. It is common for starseeds to dive deeply into relationships, particularly with those they feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you are in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you feel like you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you have used a relationship to soothe and cover up. So I know that I've worked my way through these. I didn't think I was codependent or anything, but when I like somebody, I like them. So, letting go and letting things happen. I saw a meme this morning, and it was so on time, and it basically said, in which we all know, but this is a good reminder: what's for you is for you. If it's meant to be, God gonna make it happen, and nothing can stop it. Full stop. If it's not, that means God got something better for you, and take peace and rest, and even in that. And how many times do we have a story of like we wanted something like this, but it didn't happen, but then this better thing happened. So I totally believe and trust that. Home is where you are at peace mentally, physically, spiritually, and it's not always easy. And we can't always leave where we know that is a toxic environment. But we can take steps to try to govern our mindset accordingly, to pull in opportunities so we can get to a better place. So my journey has been about that so far, and I'm just excited to return and ease my mind and my nervous system, and then continue on with whatever God has for me. All right, I'll see you good people on the flip side. Bye.